Welcome back to the B&B Spoilers channel. Today, we will learn about the riveting twists and turns in The Bold and the Beautiful for the next 2 weeks, from November 24th to December 12th, 2025. Even though the storyline promises a shorter week amid the bustling Los Angeles fashion world, the drama intensifies with shocking revelations that keep viewers on the edge of their seats, particularly surrounding the apparent demise of the enigmatic Luna Nozawa. Fans of the show know all too well that in the glamorous, yet treacherous realm of Forrester creations and beyond, nothing is ever truly final, and this period will unearth layers of intrigue, betrayal, and unexpected alliances that could redefine the lives of our favorite characters. Luna's shadow lingers in unexpected ways. In the heart of the Forrester design empire, Elektra Forrester breathes a tentative sigh of relief, convinced that the nightmare of Luna Nozawa's presence has finally ended with her tragic death. This isn't the first time Elektra has let her guard down. Earlier in the summer, she believed Luna was out of the picture for good, only to be horrified when the cunning schemer resurfaced and committed the unforgivable act of assaulting Will Spencer, shattering trust and igniting a firestorm of scandal. The circumstances surrounding Luna's loss of her unborn child and subsequent demise feel suspiciously timed, almost as if the writers orchestrated a hasty exit to pivot the plot toward fresher conflicts, leaving audiences to ponder if hidden forces are at play, perhaps a secret ally pulling strings from the shadows to manipulate the narrative. Adding depth to this mystery, Elektra's world is upended when Dylan, the unassuming preschool art teacher who suffered Luna's wrath months ago by being trapped in a claustrophobic closet during one of her deranged schemes, suddenly appears at the bustling design office, her eyes filled with unspoken burdens. Dylan's arrival isn't just a casual visit. She carries a weighty confession that could unravel long-buried secrets, potentially linking back to Luna's web of deceit or unveiling an entirely new layer of intrigue involving forgotten rivalries in the art and fashion crossover scene. As Elektra listens intently, the conversation hints at Dylan's own hidden past, maybe a suppressed artistic talent that once clashed with the Forrester legacy, or a personal vendetta against those who exploit creativity for power. This encounter forces Elektra to confront whether Dylan is a harbinger of more Luna-related chaos or the start of an empowering friendship, one that might fill the void left by her distant Aunt Ivy, who has always been more of a guiding spirit than a daily confidant. Yet, in the soap's tradition of balancing light and dark, introducing another wide-eyed, benevolent young heroine like Dylan raises questions. Does the canvas of The Bold and the Beautiful need yet another symbol of innocence amid its parade of villains? Or will Dylan's arc evolve into something edgier, perhaps revealing a strategic mind honed by years of navigating underhanded betrayals in the preschool world that mirrors the cutthroat fashion industry? Fallout from tragedy rocks the Forrester inner circle. As the dust settles from Luna's shocking end, the powerful Forrester family convenes in the opulent confines of Eric Forrester's office, a room steeped in decades of design triumphs and familial strife, to strategize on containing the media frenzy and emotional repercussions. Katie Logan steps forward with her trademark poise, vowing to deploy her sharp journalistic instincts as the ultimate PR shield, crafting narratives that transform tragedy into a testament of resilience for the brand's unyielding image. Her plan involves subtle interviews with key players, leaked statements emphasizing unity, and a carefully curated social media campaign to redirect focus toward upcoming collections inspired by themes of rebirth and renewal, elements that Eric himself champions as a way to honor the family's enduring spirit. However, Dollar Bill Spencer, ever the opportunistic media mogul with his piercing gaze and silver-tongued charisma, sees an opening to poach Katie's talents for his own empire at Spencer Publications, dangling promises of editorial freedom, a lavish corner office overlooking the city skyline, and a salary that could rival the Logan's wildest dreams. This tempting offer isn't mere business, it's laced with Bill's personal agenda, aiming to bolster his outlets with insider scoops on Forrester vulnerabilities, while subtly undermining their rivals through exclusive exposes. Katie weighs the proposition amid the tension, her loyalty to the Forresters clashing with the allure of independence, especially as whispers of internal family rifts fueled by Luna's lingering scandals threaten to fracture alliances. The scene unfolds with heated debates, where Ridge Forrester argues for unwavering solidarity, while Brooke Logan, Katie's sister, injects emotional pleas for family over ambition, highlighting how past betrayals have nearly toppled them all. Ultimately, Katie's decision could tip the scales, either fortifying the Forresters against external threats or sparking a corporate war that spills into holiday gatherings, forcing characters to choose sides in a battle of loyalty versus legacy. Holiday cheer masks deeper divisions. Shifting gears to the festive season, Steffi Forrester Finnegan rallies her tight-knit family for a much-anticipated Thanksgiving celebration, transforming their sleek Malibu home into a haven of warmth with golden turkey roasts, aromatic stuffing, and heartfelt toasts that aim to bury the year's relentless turmoil. After enduring endless episodes dominated by Luna's manipulative schemes from corporate sabotage to personal invasions, the Finnegan clan finally exhales, toasting to a future untainted by her shadow. With Steffi declaring this meal a symbolic fresh start, complete with custom-placed settings etched with motifs of hope and harmony. Yet, beneath the laughter and clinking glasses, subtle undercurrents simmer. Hope Logan's lingering resentment over past entanglements with Luna's victims adds a layer of awkward politeness, while Finn's medical expertise prompts quiet discussions on the psychological toll of such events, perhaps even hinting at therapy sessions that could unearth repressed family secrets. This gathering isn't just about indulgence, it's a strategic pause, where alliances are reaffirmed through shared stories of resilience, like Steffi's recounting of her own battles against corporate foes, inspiring the younger generation to embrace their roles in the Forrester dynasty with renewed vigor. An unconventional feast at Il Giardino. Meanwhile, across town at the cozy Italian haven of Il Giardino, Sheila Carter grapples with profound grief over Luna's fate, her usually steely demeanor cracking under the weight of unexpected maternal pangs that humanize her villainous persona in surprising ways. Determined to reclaim some semblance of normalcy, Sheila throws herself into preparations for a non-traditional Thanksgiving with Deacon Sharp, envisioning a meal that blends rustic pasta dishes with American classics, adorned with flickering candles and bouquets of autumn blooms to evoke a sense of defiant celebration. Deacon, ever the supportive partner with his bar owner's easy charm, encourages her by sharing tales of his own redemptions, turning the dinner into a therapeutic ritual where they confront Luna's impact perhaps through a private toast to lost chances, revealing Sheila's hidden regrets about her fractured path to motherhood. The evening gains an eclectic twist as unexpected guests trickle in. Could it be a remorseful Hope dropping by for reconciliation, or Liam Spencer seeking closure on Luna's Spencer ties? Injecting fresh drama into the mix, this gathering underscores the soap's theme of unlikely bonds, where even outcasts like Sheila find solace, potentially setting the stage for her next evolution, maybe a subtle alliance with the Forresters, or a solo quest for atonement that challenges her infamous legacy. As plates are passed and stories unfold, Il Giardino becomes a microcosm of the show's enduring appeal, forgiveness amid feast, where every bite carries the flavor of unresolved passions waiting to ignite. Next, we will learn about the growing frustration among the bold and the beautiful fans over the casting of Taylor Hayes and how it's sparking widespread boycotts and heated debates. In the glamorous, yet turbulent world of daytime television, few storylines ignite as much passion as the enduring saga of the bold and the beautiful. But lately, a storm is brewing off-screen that threatens to overshadow even the most dramatic on-screen twists. Fans, long devoted to the intricate web of love, betrayal, and family feuds in Los Angeles high society, are increasingly voicing their dissatisfaction with the current portrayal of one of the show's most iconic characters, Taylor Hayes. Since Rebecca Budig stepped into the role over a year ago, a vocal segment of the audience has launched an unofficial boycott, tuning out episodes rather than embracing the familiar psychiatrist-turned-romantic lead. This backlash stems from a deep-seated belief that Budig's interpretation fails to capture the essence of Taylor, a character who has evolved from a compassionate healer to a fierce matriarch over decades on air. Critics argue that this miscasting disrupts the delicate balance of the show's core dynamics, particularly Taylor's long-standing rivalry with Brooke Logan and her complex ties to Ridge Forrester. As viewership dips amid these complaints, producers face mounting pressure to reconsider the direction, with some insiders hinting at potential storyline shifts to win back disgruntled loyalists. The ripple effects are felt across fan communities, where discussions evolve from plot predictions to outright demands for change, underscoring how casting choices can make or break a soap's emotional resonance. At the heart of the controversy lies Rebecca Budig's tenure as Taylor Hayes, a role that has cycled through several actresses since the character's debut in 1990, each bringing a unique flavor to the part. Budig, celebrated for her stints on All My Children and General Hospital, where she embodied strong-willed women with sharp wit, thrived on the bold and the beautiful with high expectations. However, many viewers contend that her poised, understated style clashes with the fiery, unapologetic spirit that defined Taylor under predecessors like Hunter Tylo, who portrayed the character for nearly 2 decades and infused her with a blend of vulnerability and steely resolve. This disconnect has led to perceptions of Taylor as sidelined or underdeveloped, reduced to reactive plot devices rather than the commanding presence she once was. Think of her pivotal role in the Forrester family empire or her epic clashes that shaped entire seasons. Adding fuel to the fire, Budig's Taylor has been entangled in subplots that feel disjointed, such as fleeting alliances and romantic entanglements that lack the depth fans crave. One could argue that this casting choice highlights a broader challenge in soaps, balancing fresh energy with character continuity to avoid alienating the base that sustains these shows through thick and thin. As boycott calls intensify on platforms like Twitter and Reddit, the network's silence only amplifies the divide, leaving fans to speculate if a recast could reignite Taylor's relevance or if deeper script overhauls are needed to restore her stature. Social media has become the battleground for these impassioned critiques, with hashtags like Recast Taylor and Boycott and be trending sporadically as episodes air. Fans aren't holding back, flooding comment sections with raw honesty that reveals a generational split. Older viewers nostalgic for the classic era mourn the loss of Taylor's authoritative edge, while newer ones express confusion over her diminished screen time. A particularly resonant post captured the sentiment, "She's just not Taylor." And the current Ridge doesn't embody that timeless charisma either. "I'll never adjust to these portrayals dominating my favorites." This echoes a common thread, the simultaneous unease with Torsten K's Ridge Forrester, suggesting the duo's chemistry falls short of the electric tension that propelled past pairings. Another viewer delved deeper, noting, "I tolerated the previous Taylor for her quirky charm that added layers to the role. But Rebecca simply doesn't align in my eyes." These digital outcries aren't isolated. They form a chorus demanding authenticity, with some fans organizing watch parties turned discussion forums to dissect how Taylor's arc has veered from empowering to peripheral. The virality of these conversations underscores the power of fan feedback in Hollywood, where social media metrics can influence executive decisions as much as ratings do. Looking ahead, the spoilers for Taylor Hayes tease a potential turning point that could either salvage her storyline or deepen the rift with audiences. Whispers from set insiders suggest an upcoming entanglement with Deacon Sharp, the reformed bad boy whose own redemption arc has kept him in the mix despite scandals. This pairing might offer Budig's Taylor a chance to flex beyond the Ridge's eternal option trope, exploring themes of unexpected alliances and moral ambiguity that could humanize the character anew. Imagine Taylor navigating Deacon's world of shady dealings and lingering loyalties, forcing her to confront her own hypocrisies, perhaps a nod to her recent judgmental stance toward Hope Logan's interference in Finn and Steffi's lives, only for Taylor to mirror those very meddlesome tendencies in her pursuit of happiness. One fan astutely pointed out this irony. Taylor came off so self-righteous, and superior when scolding Hope for meddling in family matters. Yet here she stands on the brink of repeating the cycle just a year on. If executed well, this plot could delve into psychological depths, drawing on Taylor's psychiatric background for introspective monologues that challenge her holier-than-thou facade. Alternatively, it risks reinforcing criticisms if it devolves into superficial drama, prompting more boycotts. Broader speculations include a possible crossover with legacy characters or a health scare that repositions Taylor as a unifier rather than a divider in the Forrester Logan wars. Amid the casting clamor, alternative suggestions from fans add an intriguing layer to the discourse, proposing fresh faces who could revitalize Taylor's legacy. Names like Kristen DiMera, a Days of Our Lives alum known for her versatile intensity, have surfaced as ideal fits, with one enthusiast declaring, "Kristen DiMera, and I share the view I'd love to see her tackle Taylor Hayes." Still, no one tops Eileen Davidson's unmatched portrayal in my book, Davidson, who originated the role briefly in the 90s, brought a sophisticated edge that set the benchmark, blending elegance with emotional fire that influenced every successor. This fan-driven casting couch highlights the soap opera's interactive spirit, where audiences feel ownership over icons like Taylor, whose evolution from Ridge's soulmate to a fierce defender of her children has mirrored real-world shifts in female representation. Inventing a hypothetical recast scenario. Picture a newcomer infusing Taylor with modern resilience, perhaps, addressing contemporary issues like work-life balance in the cutthroat fashion industry while honoring her storied past. Next, we will learn about the explosive twists shaking up the bold and the beautiful as November sweeps deliver one heart-pounding revelation after another. The Bold and the Beautiful has cranked the drama to unprecedented levels this week, with Luna's daring prison breakout igniting a whirlwind of chaos that propels the storyline into overdrive. Far from being contained behind bars, Luna's unyielding determination to reunite with Bill, whom she obsessively views as her soulmate, led her to orchestrate a clever getaway, smuggling herself out in a laundry cart and hitching a ride on a delivery truck under the cover of night. This bold move not only highlighted her resourceful cunning, but also underscored the depths of her delusion, as she convinced herself that such risks were justified to reclaim what she believed was her destined love. Viewers were left on the edge of their seats, wondering if the show's writers would pull off this high-stakes escape without immediate repercussions. Blending suspense with the soap's signature emotional intensity, the sequence served as a stark reminder of how Luna's instability has evolved from mere obsession to full-blown desperation, setting the stage for confrontations that ripple through the Forrester and Spencer families alike. Moments after Elektra departed the beach house for a mysterious meeting, Luna slithered her way inside, catching Bill off guard in a moment of solitary reflection. With tears streaming down her face, she launched into a passionate monologue about their supposed fairy tale romance, painting vivid pictures of a future together that ignored the reality of her crimes and betrayals. Bill, though visibly rattled by her sudden appearance and the audacity of her intrusion, surprisingly allowed her to linger longer than expected, perhaps a testament to his own complicated history with volatile women, or simply the shock of seeing a fugitive right in his living room. This encounter delved deeper into Bill's psyche, revealing flickers of the old Spencer charm that once thrived on danger, even as he rebuffed her advances. It was a masterful scene that toyed with audience expectations, forcing viewers to question whether Bill's leniency stemmed from lingering empathy or just stunned paralysis, all while heightening the tension of Luna's precarious freedom. Meanwhile, Ivy's relentless meddling in Elektra's personal life added another layer of familial intrigue, as the concerned aunt fretted over her niece's entanglement with the notoriously unpredictable Bill Spencer. Ivy, drawing from her own experiences navigating the treacherous waters of love in Los Angeles high society, pulled out all stops to warn Elektra about the perils lurking in Luna's shadow, from emotional manipulation to outright danger. She orchestrated a discreet summons for Elektra to meet at Forrester Creations, ostensibly for a casual chat about design inspirations. but really to impart hard-earned wisdom on steering clear of Bill's orbit. Yet, Elektra's fierce loyalty to her boyfriend shone through, her eyes sparkling with defiance as she brushed off the cautions, insisting that their connection was worth fighting for amid the storm. Ivy's intentions, rooted in protective love, ironically risked backfiring by applying subtle pressures like these well-meaning interventions. She might unwittingly strengthen Elektra's resolve to cling tighter to Bill. This subplot offered a poignant analysis of generational advice in the soap world, where good intentions often collide with youthful passion, creating rifts that could fracture the Forrester legacy even further. In a bombshell moment that left jaws on the floor, Luna unleashed a heartbreaking revelation on Bill during their Tens Beach House standoff, confessing that she had exhausted every possible effort to preserve their unborn child. With dramatic flair, she wove a tale of secret doctor's visits and desperate pleas for medical intervention, hinting at a tragic miscarriage that shattered her world, though the canvas of the bold and the beautiful had yet to visually depict these events, leaving room for speculation on whether it was truth or masterful manipulation. Bill, ever the emotional powerhouse, absorbed the news with a mix of skepticism and sympathy, his eyes welling up as Luna's raw anguish appeared utterly convincing, stirring memories of his own paternal regrets and lost opportunities. This disclosure not only humanized Luna in a fleeting, controversial way, but also injected profound psychological depth into her character arc, exploring themes of grief and denial that resonate with longtime fans. It prompted a deeper examination of Bill's vulnerability as he grappled with the possibility that her obsession masked genuine pain, blurring the lines between villainy and victimhood in a way that could redefine his relationships moving forward. As Luna slipped away from the beach house under the cloak of dusk, a frantic manhunt erupted across the foggy coastal expanse, mobilizing an unlikely alliance of Los Angeles' most prominent figures in a race against time. The search unfolded like a thriller, with helicopters slicing through the mist and spotlights sweeping the dunes, while Luna darted through the shadows, her heart pounding from the adrenaline of evasion. Key players like Katie, ever the vigilant Logan matriarch, coordinated with Bill to scour the perimeter. Taylor lent her psychiatric insight to predict Luna's erratic path. Deacon and Sheila, despite their rocky history, teamed up uneasily for the greater good. Lee and Poppy brought medical and familial perspectives to the effort, and Ivy circled back with fresh urgency. Back at the house, Bill and Elektra paced in anxious vigil, their bond tested by the unfolding crisis. Luna's fatal error came when panic overtook her strategy. She bolted recklessly into the path of an oncoming vehicle on the winding beach road, the screech of tires echoing as a harbinger of doom. This high-octane pursuit sequence amplified the sweepstakes, showcasing how interconnected the show's ensemble truly is, with each character's motivations from redemption to rivalry adding texture to the collective frenzy. The bold and the beautiful masterfully sidestepped graphic details of Luna's accident, instead plunging viewers into the raw aftermath through Deputy Chief Baker's somber delivery of the tragic news to the Spencer household. Baker's grave expression and measured words painted a picture of irreversible loss as he recounted the swift emergency response that couldn't save her, leaving the family to process the shock in waves of disbelief and unspoken relief. The search party's reactions varied wildly. Kay hugged Bill tightly, her face a mask of feigned sorrow, masking deeper wariness. Taylor reflected on the psychological toll of such volatility. Deacon awkwardly consoled a tearful Sheila, whose opportunistic grief clashed with his pragmatic relief. Lee and Poppy exchanged knowing glances, haunted by their own ties to Luna's unraveling life. Ivy arrived just in time to envelop Elektra in support, whispering assurances amid the chaos. Steffi, sensing Finn's bottled-up turmoil over the baby's potential fate, reached out with gentle persistence, only to face his stoic withdrawal, a subtle nod to their enduring partnership strained by external storms. In a touching ritual, the Spencers gathered to light a single candle, honoring the child that might have been, while quietly exhaling the burden of Luna's reign of terror. A bittersweet closure that hinted at healing yet sowed seeds for future reckonings. This episode's handling of death elevated the narrative, delving into collective mourning as a catalyst for character growth and unresolved tensions that promise to linger.